Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. This video is a case study for a seed capital and angel investor database for a USA startup, and it's very unique because it actually goes through the process of how I present the database to the client, and also the cleaning process of the database to make sure that most of it is up to date. So if you're looking for seed capital and your targets are USA angel investors or pre-seed venture capital groups, this is a great video for you to watch. A little bit about myself. I'm a fundraising strategist with 15 years of experience in high-end real estate sales and marketing spanning Canada, Dubai, and the Caribbean. And over the past 2 years on Fiverr, I've assisted over 250 clients with startup fundraising, pitch deck refinement, investor outreach strategies, and custom investor databases. In addition, I serve as an advisor to a New York-based global private equity firm with funding commitments of $10 billion. The fund diversifies across many sectors, including income-producing real estate, and frequently involves capital commitments in the range of $10 to $20 million for each project. You get more information about my services by clicking the Fiverr link below. This video highlights a case study for one of my clients looking for seed capital in the USA, and this is the ultimate fundraising database to help you raise capital for your startup. So let's take a look at some of the video details. So this video walks through an actual database search and cleaning for a USA-based client. It's a little bit different than most of my other videos, which are a little bit more pre-planned. This is the actual part of this video, is the actual video that the client will get sent with the database that they're purchasing from me. So it's kind of unique, gives you a bit of an idea of the work behind it. That it's not just taking a database and giving it to somebody. There's a lot of work involved in it. Now, it should be noted that I also prepared the pitch deck for the clients, which helped me understand the dynamic of the market and his business case. Now, the following items were used in the selection of the database based on the client's requirements. Number one, it was an innovative product that crosses between consumer goods and technology, which is very rare. Now, this is a prototype, but it is a rare prototype in the fact that I can actually visualize this product in the United States in hundreds and hundreds of locations. It's very unique, and I was really excited to see something as I guess kind of mind-blowing, because a lot of times I see prototype and MVP type products that are just kind of copies of something else, but not really much. But this one was really unique, and that's why I wanted to make sure that I helped them with more than the pitch deck review. I actually created most of the content for their pitch deck, and it ended up looking good. Now, it's a massive global market for the product, but with the majority of capital for this type of opportunities in the USA. In other words, their product can be used pretty much in every, I'm going to say, modernized country in the world, but it's pretty, everybody will be able to use the product, although everybody won't, because there's going to be costs involved. But it's one of those products that I believe it's going to have an awful lot of interest in the venture capital side of things. Now, the company requires startup funds to develop the prototype and conduct roadshows in the USA. It's one of those type of products that I believe is going to be shown at a lot of the trade shows and exhibitions that are tied to their market. I'm keeping it very confidential because that's what I do with all my clients. But there are a number of road shows and exhibitions that this product will be in, and it's one of those products that if you've ever been to a trade show and you see that one booth everybody goes to, everybody will go to this one. So that's what makes it interesting, and that is why it makes it a very strong business proposition. Okay, enough of that. Let's go look at the database and the video that I prepared for the client so you can see what I do and how I end up selecting databases for my clients. So let me just walk you through the two databases that I've chosen for you based on what I have worked on in the past. If you watch any of my videos, you know I've got 400,000 contacts in venture capital, private equity, investment banks, family investment offices, seed investors, angel investors, the whole works. Nobody needs that many. So what I do is I try to refine lists based on the type of clients that come to me. Half my customers come to me from the United States, and then the other half, most of these are going to be UK and Europe, and then Canada and Asia and the Middle East follow. Everybody seems to want to look at the Middle East list. I don't know why. They think there's some sort of magic money floating around. There is, but it's very specific, and they tend to like you to be in the Middle East. The reason I'm pointing you towards the USA is really based on your product. USA is the real big market for your industry, and since you are in the beauty industry, we may as well start there. And because it is a physical product, it also makes sense to use USA as your initial base to raise capital. It doesn't mean you can't look in the Middle East or and Asia later. But I would just say if you can't get traction from the USA, you might not get traction anywhere. And I like to say that because that is really the reality, and it's good that you've already got a Delaware corporation, which I am glad that you have done because it's going to help you out. Now, let's start off really simple. What are the lists? Well, one is the USA 2024 Ultimate Seed Investor Database, and you can say I've got I've got your name on it. So this is the one I'm working on for you. And I've got the USA Angel Group's working copy. What's an angel group? Really simply put, if you're looking for angel investors, you can either try to find them individually on LinkedIn, which is really time consuming and it's not very effective. Because I'll tell you something about LinkedIn. People on LinkedIn, when they register under their profile and they click all the boxes to say, here, this is what I am, this is what I'm interested in, they might have done that 3 years ago and they never change it, and that's one thing. And number two is it's really not the most effective way to go after angel investors. The best way is to go after formal angel groups. So what's an angel group? An angel group is basically just a company that could be a venture capital company, but it is structured so that it is where angel investors can participate as a group or as single investors to look at opportunities. For example, if I was an angel investor and I said, okay, I've got 100,000 or a couple 100,000 that I'm willing to invest, I would join one of these groups and I'll say I'm interested in the opportunities that come in, and I can either invest as a single person or I'm willing to put my funds into a group, because let's say you're looking for $1 million. Well, my 100,000 isn't going to get it done, but if 10 of us do, then it will do the job. The Angel Group's investor database is one of the most popular ones I have, and is a great way for you to reach out because you never know who's in the list. Some of the people in the Angel Groups, sometimes they have 100, 250 members. And so could you imagine if you were to try to contact 200 or 250 angel investors via LinkedIn, because most of the time you're not going to get their individual emails. It might take you months. This way it might take you a couple weeks to reach out to these. These lists should not be used for spamming. You've seen the letter that I've prepared for you. I highly recommend that you use that for your particular business case. The other list is the 2024 Ultimate Seed Investor. What's the difference between a seed investor and an angel group? Seed investors tend to be venture capital or micro venture capital. Micro venture capital just means they tend to focus on smaller investments, maybe 100 to 600, 700, maybe even $1 million. Whereas a seed investor, sometimes those guys will go up to $2-3 million. So those are two separate databases. Now, the one angel group list I'll take a look at right now, and then the ultimate seed investor list is one that I'm cleaning for you, and you're going to get an idea of what that looks like. So let's just take a look at the angel groups list first. So now we're over on the Angel Groups database for 2024, and this is the database I spend a lot of time on. One thing to keep in mind, no database is 100% perfect. I could spend 365 days working and refining this list. I give it to you tomorrow, and you might find 5 of the emails bounce back for one reason or the other. Companies merge, they go out of business, all kinds of things, but it's the most advanced angel group angel investor database you'll ever see for the United States. There are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of companies, whether they be venture capital, micro venture capital, angel groups in the United States, and I literally mean thousands of them. But if you go to their websites, you notice that some of them haven't updated their website since 2018. So how effective and how much in the market are they? They've probably never done a deal in the last 3-4 years. This group here has done over 7,000. Minimum 7,000, and that's not even up to date because that's about 6-9 months old. So this is one of the databases that I've chosen for you based on your product, and it has 140 contacts. These are all angel groups, and if you watch my YouTube channel, if you go and check it right now, you'll see that I've done about 25 videos purely on angel groups, on some of the top ones. All you need to do is watch one video and you can get a bit of an idea of the type of group that's in there, what they look at. Again, you don't need to watch any more than one video, but this will give you a bit of an idea of what the list includes. So in this one here, you've got the location. They're all angel groups. There's a description for all of them. For example, this one says Miami Angels is a group of over 100 angel investors based in South Florida that funds seed and Series A tech companies with early traction. So really simple. And then you go to their website, you can see their email. You're going to get company emails, so you're not getting a person. You're getting usually a hello at, info at, or you're going to get what's called an online registration form. The online registration form is just a way for you to register online. Why do they do this? Because they get hundreds of pitch decks a day. What they do is, by having an online registration, they use AI. Some of these companies use AI. So when your pitch deck goes in there and your information goes in there, it's going to spit it out into two different groups. One saying doesn't fit, two we're interested, and then internally they will look at it. So that's why they have the online registrations. Someday everything will be online registrations if AI takes over, but let's hope that that's a long while. I have the sectors here. Do not use this as a sort of a carved in stone, because it only usually has a couple, and this is because I scraped this list. And if you actually go, for example, if this says technology and healthcare, technology is wide. The particular product that you have, although it's a physical product, is a technology interest. Is it healthcare? No, it's in the beauty field, or retail, or consumer goods. So I tell everybody, do not let these sectors dissuade you from applying to an angel group. They're just there so they can fill in a spot on a website. Trust me on that. This one here, Altura Ventures, they say they're looking at AI and blockchain. AI could be anything in the technology, so just keep that in mind. So that is one of the lists that you're going to be getting, and it's probably one of the most effective lists in the USA for people that are looking to raise capital. So now we're over on the email cleaner, and I'm just going to show you this because it's just gives you a bit of an idea of some of the processes I go through when I help people with databases. Now the angel group investor database doesn't need to be cleaned because it's already something that I've been working on for quite a while, and so it's fine. This one here, as you can see, I've loaded in the USA 2024 Ultimate Seed Investor Database. And you can see here, it does say here, room, it's your database. So I'm just going to start this just to give you an idea that I'm actually cleaning it here. It has 369 emails that it will look at. And I'm just going to start the process off here. And you can see here, just get rid of that one there. It's working away. Now it takes a while. You can see it's going to take about 44 to 59 minutes to clean. And it has already cleaned this many, and then there's a matter of getting in the queue. So it takes a while. The company that I use, which is pretty inexpensive, it's called millionverifier.com, and you can see the address up there. If you ever want to clean databases to marketing, it's good to use. But I'm just going to let that click away, and I'm going to end up coming back to it with the final list later on. But that just shows you that actually, as of today, which looks like March 31st, I'm doing the cleaning for that particular database for you. So here are the results from cleaning, and you can see that 79% of them were considered good, 57 were considered risky, and 6 were bad. So just keep in mind, I cleaned this database, I think it was around October in 2023, so what, 6 months ago or so? and this is how much they change. Now, the difference, a good email means that it's a valid, it's safe to send them, there's no problem. Risky means they may exist or not. Now, that doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that they may be what's called a catch-all. In other words, it's an email that goes into, sometimes it's a info at or a one of their company email boxes. But it's not terrible to send them to. It's just that you should remember that you may get more of a bounce back on this, and bad means they don't exist. Now, 21 of them do not exist because why? Well, something happened when this cleaning was done that caught some that maybe were not caught the last time. This just shows you that no database is 100%. But the good news is there's about 300, a little over 300 that are probably okay for you to approach. So I'm going to prepare that list for you right now. Okay, so before we look at the final list of the cleaned emails, I want to go back to the original list that had around 450 contacts or so. It had around 80 online registrations. So you can see here, online registration, online registration. Now, when I cleaned the list, those were still in there, which caused the email cleaner to say, oh, that's not good, so that's, actually they called it risky. So actually the numbers of successful percentages of cleaned were better. So I just want to clear that up, that the 80 that are here are going to be part of the delivery, and I'm now going to go to the final list that was cleaned. So now we're over on the final database. As you saw the Angel group database a little bit earlier, you saw the seed database with the 80 contacts that don't have emails but are online registrations, and now we're up on the list that was cleaned. And as I mentioned, there's about 290 good, and there's about 22 that are considered bad. And of course, we just covered off the fact that the ones that were that had the contact, the online subscription way to approach these, those are the ones that were considered the risky. So we did a pretty good job on this. But this also shows the work that's involved in getting a database just to this level. You can go online and you can buy venture capital, private equity databases, 50,000, 60,000 contacts. But I bought most of them, and to be honest, there's a lot of garbage in them because, like I said, they're just created by people who scrape websites that they might be 10 years old. So this is refined. This means that this database is the best database starting right now as we sit here on March 31st, 2024. There's no other database that's better than this in the world because we just cleaned it, we just refined it. It gets refined a lot. So this really helps you save time. Now, databases cost money, and that's obviously part of the package, and it's because of the work that you've seen to get it to this level. But these two databases, if you're looking to raise funds under $1 million, especially in the USA, there's no other database like them. For if you've watched any of my previous videos on my YouTube channel, you'll see all you have to do is watch one. You'll see how these databases get created. But just to really go quickly, this is going to have the company name. It's got the number of investments they've done. They're all US, so you're going to get the city, the state, the company name, the company website. Obviously, you're going to get the online contact as well. As far as the company, you're going to get a description. You're going to get distinct benefits. These are just marketing items. I wouldn't get too concerned with them. Some of them are going to have LinkedIn contacts, and those tend to be company LinkedIn contacts. Now, I have some contacts in here from people who are actually listed on their website. So if you wanted, there are some emails here. You can do a direct approach to them and introduce your company. And for this particular case, you know that I've already written your investor outreach letter as part of your pitch deck review. So you're already halfway there. Now you can just send an email to info@ and say, hi, I'm looking to get a contact. We have this great opportunity. You can also use that approach. Remember that these investor databases are not a magic pill. You still need to do work to get to the point where you're actually communicating with people about your project. But that describes the two databases that are perfect for your particular use to raise capital for your startup. You can also check out my other gigs on Fiverr. I have a pitch deck review service that is really popular if you're getting ready to send your pitch deck out to investors. Let me take a look at it to make sure that it is actually ready to be sent out. I also have a guide to raising startup capital, 160 pages. I created this for first-time fundraisers. It'll teach you how to do pitch decks, business plans, and other key initiatives when it comes to fundraising and other fundraising gigs. And if you need help to write your startup pitch deck, if you've got a business plan already completed, I can actually get you started on that. So just check those gigs out on my Fiverr profile. For more information on my databases and fundraising services, click my Fiverr link below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.